What's up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are down at the Just Video Wall's headquarters in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Dreamedia is honored to be a nationwide Just Video Walls dealer, and today we are doing some educational content about LED technology types. As you can see, we got a few laid out right here in front of me, and I'm going to be bringing on our National Sales Director, Kellen Fleener, as well as Skylar from Just Video Walls to give you the lowdown on the differences between the technologies and why you would want to pick a particular technology over another. I'm going to pass it off to Skylar and Kellen, and they're going to give you the lowdown. Let's go!
So Skylar, we're going to be talking about, there's a multitude of different LED technologies in display walls, but we're going to be mainly covering the ones that Just Video Walls provides. Definitely going to let you take the driver's seat on this one. No enough to be dangerous, but I know this is going to be more of like a high level, just to inform a lot of the customers on the different technologies. But this is why they will lean more on us to help determine what's going to be the best use for the application, what's going to be the best route to go in terms of their budget, but also the project at hand. So yeah, I'll let you talk about the difference in those technologies and what makes them different, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, perfect. Kellen, there's an alphabet soup of technologies out there, which was part of the challenge. Again, back to our origin story, like when we first got into LED walls, it was like, what is that? What is this? And when do we use it? When do we not use it? When is that supposed to go in? And it was just a nightmare. So we figured it all out, and we realized that there's a lot of acronyms out there, but they do have a place and purpose, each one of them. It's not important that anybody know this. Like, we're not asking that anybody memorize this because ultimately, all that you need to know is we've figured this out, and we know exactly when these need to be specified and broken that down into why, like the application for each and when each affects, exactly how you want to use the wall.
Right.
So that's the big takeaway here, is before we get into like what makes these different and why they exist, it's the reason is ultimately like your use case and how it affects the experience that you're going to have with the wall. The main technologies that we provide are SMD, they are HOB and GOB, and then COB. COB is the most recent technology that has been brought to market in the micro-LED realm. This one here is SMD, and then we have HOB, GOB, and then this one here is our COB panel. This panel is the same panel that you see on the wall behind us here. And it's basically just an acronym to describe the pixel technology for LED. All right, so SMD stands for Surface Mount Device. And what that is if you get a close-up of this, you can see that all of these pixels are mounted to the surface of the board, which just means that they're fully exposed. Literally, when I touch this, I'm touching the LED.
You're right.
And so why is that important? Okay, there's nothing in between the LED and what my eye is seeing, okay? So when you go and you specify like a DCI spec high-level home theater, what is it that they're gonna specify for that? It's gonna be an SMD. Why? Because for that application, there's nothing in between your eyes and the SMD and that device that's mounted to that surface. So even though HOB, GOB, and COB are still fantastic and they look amazing, this has the most direct view. This is also the oldest LED technology, so it's been around a long time. The problem is that SMD is, because it's fully exposed, it's fully exposed. So these LEDs here they're more easy to break off, right? Or to damage by touching, and even though it's still like, it's pretty rigid.
Feels
like
fairly rigid,
if I take my fingernail and I dig in a little bit, I could probably pop one of these pixels out. SMD is a fantastic technology if you're looking for, let's just say, like the best home theater experience that I can get, right? DCI level, like best saturation, best viewing cone out of any of it.
Is that kind of what you would say, like the gold standard in terms
Yeah,
of...
it would be good to say it's the gold standard if what you're looking for is the highest fidelity possible. SMD is the easiest to repair technology out of any of them. And that's, again, just because it's fully exposed. So like that pixel there, we can just go get a new pixel, slot it in, solder it in, and we're done. They all carry the same pixel pitch options. However, it is more difficult to get tighter pixels in the SMD technology than it is with COB. Well, the next step up in terms of durability is by adding a coating over that SMD. And that's where, you know, from the factory, we take glue and we add a very, very small layer of glue over the surface of those exposed SMD pixels. So that encapsulates the pixels and holds them rigid. So now they can't move and they're not as susceptible to damage as fully exposed SMD. So it's the same core technology as SMD that's been around for years, but you have an encapsulated glue. So GOB stands for glue on board. This is surface mounted device. This is GOB, glue on board. So you just think a very, very thin layer of glue that goes over the surface and protects those individual pixels. GOB is actually the most predominant technology for outdoor use. So when we have an outdoor wall, most of the time it's gonna be a GOB. What happens when we put a thin film of glue over the surface of a device? Number one is we've introduced, you know, something for the light to shine through, and we're filling all those gaps next to those pixels. So the viewing cone narrows slightly. And by slightly, I mean like almost imperceptibly. Now we're shining through a very small, you know, thin layer, right? So it's not as fully exposed as you would have on SMD. So your brightness may step down a little bit, and the sharpness and matted out blacks that you get with SMD may come up just a tad. If you were looking for the absolute best fidelity possible, you would probably want to go SMD if you're not concerned about touch. GOB or HOB is a great place to sit. Like if you want an awesome looking image, like the one you see behind us, you don't need a DCI spec, right? But you are concerned about durability, like if you have friends that come over for Super Bowl or whatever, being able to touch that wall and not have to worry about it. Cost-wise, you also ramp up as you go GOB because, again, it's an added process onto it. Now, the third technology that I mentioned is COB, and that's the newest coming technology to the market. That's this one right here. And this is chip on board. That's what COB stands for. And like if you run your finger across that, it's perfectly smooth. I can't feel any of the pixels at all, right? Whereas with this, I can feel some of the pixels.
Just a little bit.
And then with SMD, I feel everything.
Yeah.
This is completely encapsulated in a phosphor layer. So basically, like, as you look at it, like, you see no texture. Now, you can still see the pixels in there.
Very, very small.
Right? But it's a very flat surface and very durable. This is the highest durability, I think, out of all of them. Even though GOB is still very good, like this is very resistant to anything that you might throw at it. And obviously, you're not gonna punch it, but this is going to be resistant to a lot of those durability concerns that you might have because those pixels are just totally encased. But it does introduce a little bit of glare. So again, as we step up in durability, we're starting to, like, you know, give up some of the fidelity that, you know, we might have from the SMD world and the SMD technology. It's zero glare compared to a TV. Right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of glare compared to the SMD.
Got it. Yeah.
So, and that's how we have to frame this in our minds is now, like, this is a different type of glare. It's a different level. But that's really the core differences between these three technologies. And again, like, you don't have to know this. Like, I think some people will really like to know this, but we won't sell you just to, like, have an SMD or just to have a COB. It's always going to be driven by what is the core use that you're gonna have? What's most important to you as the user in your system, right? And you weigh those balances, and then we put you in the right technology for your application.
Thanks for giving us the insight on the different technologies of these panels. And to your point, I mean, I know some people will definitely find this information informative and like to hear the difference of these technologies. But what we're really after today is giving you the experience, or giving the customer the experience that they would expect. Spending this kind of money, at the end of the day, it's not cheap, but you know, compared to other LED walls, you guys are very competitive. And you guys do some really cool things to separate yourselves as well. You know, the in-house calibration, the level of detail and the knowledge that you guys have done internally to, you know, go after the right manufacturers for these panels, the right technologies. It's really something that we're happy to be a part of with you guys.
Yeah, man, right on, dude.
All right, Dreamedia family, that is a wrap. As you can see, the guys here at Just Video Walls have done a lot of the heavy lifting for us by interviewing over 200 different companies from all around the world, really hand curating the best of the best technologies for us, and then helping us educate you on which ones would be the proper solution for your use case. If you're still unclear, don't fear, guys. Schedule that free video consultation and we'll take a look at your idea and we'll actually put together a conceptual design. We handle everything, guys. We take the stress out of it. You know, you have the idea, you have the vision, you know what you want. You tell us how many games you want up on the screen. You tell us how you want to utilize it. You know, if you want it to be like a background, you want it to be artwork, whatever your vision is, our guys are here to help you and making it easy. Everything from the panel itself, picking out power supplies, processors, LED technology types, indoor, outdoor, adding in the audio with it, as well as amplifiers to drive your audio, networking, the whole 9 yards. We want to make sure that it's easy, guys, and you just get to sit back whenever we're done and enjoy it. We're nationwide and would love the opportunity to earn your business. So reach out today. If you guys like this video, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button down below for more. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.